What's up, guys? Clipper Nation, it is a big one tonight. They got a Pacific Divisional foe coming in today, the Sacramento Kings. Clippers Kings here in Inglewood, California at the Intuit Dome. I am Michael Matthew with my guy, Beef, and we are Full Clip Clippers Unleashed. Beef, the Clippers have won 2 straight games, playing some really good basketball. James Harden leading the way offensively, but they got some defense that's finally picking up and looking like the defense we saw most of the year. What's your expectations from this game tonight from the Clippers?
Well, the Clippers can't let this one slip away. As we said, the Clippers are currently in the AFC.
Yep.
It's kind of a log jam in between, with the Kings currently being right underneath them. So the Clippers got to lock in. They're on a 2-game winning streak so far. They took care of the short-handed Knicks.
Yep.
And they went ahead and took care of the Detroit Pistons, who's very hot.
Yeah, man.
So if they can take care of the Kings and secure this win, they can keep trucking along as they fight for position in the playoffs.
And you know, we got to talk about Kawhi Leonard because whenever he's on the court, it's a good day for the Clippers. And he's starting to get his uptick in the minutes. He's starting to play well, and he just brings that balance. He's a player that they don't really have, somebody that can go off for 30 and then go and lock up. What have you seen Kawhi from this last game that excites you about tonight?
Well, with Kawhi, he's kind of ramping it up, right? Like I said, he hasn't had a preseason, and as these games keep trucking along, even though he's in and out the lineup, he's starting to get in that rare form and being that defensive-minded first type of player, while also being a productive in that mid-range game and just active hands throughout. So we are going to see Kawhi necessarily be the player that we thought he can be, even though he's consistently in and out the lineup.
And, you know, a key figure to this team who has 7 straight back-to-backs is that guy, Ivica Zubac, playing some good ball. He has a great matchup tonight against Sabonis. Where can you see him take advantage there of Sabonis? Because he's a bigger guy playing some good basketball. Will he get those touches early to kind of get him going to attack Sabonis?
Of course. That's how the Clippers necessarily set the tone. They have to keep feeding Zoo. Just because you see another dominant center roll through, into it doesn't mean you run away from what your offense is necessarily dictated to. You keep feeding Zoo. Once you feed Zoo, it makes it easier for James, it makes it easier for Kawhi, Bogey, and the rest of the crew.
Yeah, and this Kings team, Coach talked about it in the pregame presser. This is a brand new team. Last time we saw them a while ago, those 2 games.
I wouldn't say it's a brand new team. It's just a new voice behind the team.
Yeah, new voice and just a different vibe. You go from De'Aaron Fox and now Zach LaVine, who's playing some great basketball. The Kings are 5-1 in their last 6 games. Like you said, they're right on the edge of the Clippers. What can the Clippers do tonight to kind of slow down Zach LaVine and the great play that he's playing so far with Sacramento?
Same thing they did with Karl Anthony Towns. They didn't necessarily slow him down, but KD's going to be another viable part in stopping Zach LaVine, even though Zach LaVine can definitely take over a game, but just be that pest on defense, right? Block shots, steal passes, be in the passing lane. Just be that tick to get on his nerves, understand that he ain't going to be having a day today.
Yeah, and they're going to have to do that. They got to slow him down. You got to slow down DeMar to make it tough and, try to force Sabonis to have to beat you, because I think that Zubac is going to give him a problem tonight. So to win this game, Beef, who's that one guy that you like, hey, Clipper Nation, this guy needs to step up and play well for the Clippers to knock off the Kings?
Again, someone that you probably not look at too often, Nico Batum.
Okay,
Nico's going to be the type of person, he got to knock down his threes, but he could definitely be that power forward as you start to mix in a small ball lineup and be active with his hands and stuff that you don't see in the stat book that Nico does.
I usually go with the big name pick. I'm going to go with Bogey tonight. I think that they need his production, especially like if he's coming off the bench. They just need that other guy. You know what James is going to try to do. You know what Kawhi is going to do. They need Bogey to stay consistent. Last game they had 4 scores in double figures. That helped with Nico making 5 threes. So maybe this is Bogey's game. He needs to pick it up consistently so the Clippers can count on him going forward as they try to creep up these playoff standings, guys. I hope y'all ready. Me and Beav are excited for this. Make sure y'all stay with us later on after the game. We got, of course, Jovan Roberts with her player of the game. Mike LB, Full Clip Clippers Unleashed. We'll see you after the game.
Let's go.
Michael Matthew here, Full Clip Clippers Unleashed. As you can see, we are here at the Clip Shop where we are here. Tammy's inside. She's in there looking for some of that new hot gear, the Clipper City Edition 23-24 season. It's really dope. I can't wait for you guys to check it out. Let's go inside with Tammy and see what she has.
All right, Clippers fans, the 2024-25 City Edition gear has dropped for the LA Clippers. They have all kind of cool sweatsuits. I really, really like this one. It looks cozy. I love the puffy print. They've got hoodies. They've got jackets. They have jerseys. They have tote bags, hats. They have everything that you need for the 2024-2025 City Edition. Grab it before it's gone. I'm thinking about getting something myself. What do you think I would look like in this? Who knows?
Everybody ready? Come on, let's go. The Rick Ford Show! Let's go! The Rick Ford Show! Let's go!
What's up, guys? We just watched a classic here inside the Intuit Dome. Michael Matthew with my guy Beeve with the full clip, Clippers Unleashed, where the Clippers just knocked off the Sacramento Kings 111-110 with a game-winning left-handed shot by Kawhi Leonard. Beeve, talk about this ending that we just saw.
It was lunch. As you see, I'm on the Clippers lunch bag that was given out to the fans today. And basically, we just took their lunch. You know, they had Debo over there, but we took Debo's lunch. We took Levine's lunch in an overtime performance by the Clippers. And again, it was an all-hands-on-deck type of performance from everybody.
And it was, you know, very interesting that it was Kawhi Leonard to make the shot because he kind of struggled tonight throughout the night, knocking down his jump shots. But he was able to get the trust of B. Shaw, who we're going to talk more about because Coach Tyronn Lue left the game with back pain. But it was Kawhi Leonard with the struggles and all to get the shot, hold that ball to the end, make a spinning move, left-handed shot to win the game. Just how much confidence should this team have in Kawhi Leonard? Because a lot of people are going to say, hey, this guy is hardly in the game. He misses so many games, but he's still their go-to guy when things matters most.
Kawhi is Kawhi, right? Kawhi, we pay all his money to do things like that. We pay James Harden to do things like that. But the thing is, if you know basketball, you know everyone's going to be keyed in on James Harden. Actually, James Harden is the one that's got us to the promised land, which was the OT. So it's time for your other star to step up and show out. And in those ticking minutes, everybody's like, go, go. Slow and steady wins the race. And what Kawhi did, went slow and steady and hit him with a cold left.
Knocked down a big-time shot. James Harden continued to do what he do. But Zubac, Ivica Zubac, once again, 8 straight double-double, continues to be that guy, especially inside. It's like this team is going to have at least 3 guys going each game, which makes them tough. But let's talk about Zubac. What did you see from his performance?
8 straight. Just being dominant, being that presence down below. And actually, it's kind of funny that you say Zubac is starting to solidify his dominance is because now teams actually have to scout for Zoo.
Yeah.
It was a time during the Kings game in which the Kings was trying to stop Zoo from getting the ball. And during that time, what happened? We just kept running right past him and going straight to the hoop. So it's good to see that Zoo presence is affecting the game for other teams because it's going to open the lane for other people.
And, you know, he was able to have B. Shaw there, coach who coached him at the beginning of his career. You know, you asked him a great question about Zoo. And speaking of Coach B. Shaw, he was in place of Ty Lue. And we got him here with the post-game presser.
Brian, to your right. First off, how's Ty doing?
In some pain, you know, his back is bothering him, and so you know, Ty is tough as nails, and for him to sit out a game, you know, it has to be something that's really, really bothering him. So we're in constant communication with him throughout the game, and the guys, you know, they stayed with it. Tonight was a game that was tough. It was all about perseverance, and you know, all the way down to the last shot. Kawhi had a tough night shooting the ball, but you know, I still put my money on him with the ball in the free throw area, making a play for us, and the one that we really needed. He got it done for us. You know, James kept us in there, you know, throughout the second half, just making plays as he does. And so, that's when you have two special guys like that, that's what you want them to do.
And obviously, you guys come home after a rough 8-game road trip that you guys had. Does it feel like things have, turning around for you guys?
I don't know if I don't know if I'll say that. I mean, look, we're in in a comfortable in the confines of our arena where we're a lot more comfortable. Obviously the schedule hasn't been too kind for us. Going back to our last game before All-Star break, being on the road, having that game added, and then starting out on the road. And we got a couple of our key guys that are in our rotation down, but we're finding a way to get it done. And like I said, tonight Kawhi was having a tough night. He stayed with it. James held us in there, and different guys stepped up at different times. Derrick Jones made a big shot for us in the corner when we needed, and then we got the stops when we needed down the stretch.
Brian, stopping Zach and DeRozan, two of the better closers in the league, not an easy task. How are you guys able just to contain them and make life difficult? I know they scored, but you guys still made life tough on them, made other guys kind of.
Yeah, I mean, that's all that you could do. Obviously they are who they are for a reason. Those guys can score with the best of them. And as you said, they're two of the best finishers in the game. But, we have to give credit to our guys on the defensive side, too, particularly Chris Dunn, Derrick Jones Jr., Kawhi, and even Amir Coffey, during the minutes that he played tonight. They just made those guys work for everything that they got. And that's what you want to happen. You want, when you get to the fourth quarter in the crunch, in the critical part of the game, hopefully some of that pressure, some of the different looks that they had to face, will take its toll on them and wear them down. Because that's what teams do with us, with James. They send people up to pick him up, make him have to work all game long, and it just came together for us in the right moment.
So you take over for Ty and you decide to go to overtime and play Kawhi 50 minutes pre-show. Is that what's going on? Not.
Hey, they were in constant communication with me about his minutes, and what have you. So when I knew I only had a couple minutes in the overtime, so we started him, got him out, and then, got him back in the game. But, like I said, when, that last time out, we're down one, and, we ran the play, we crossed everybody over the top to throw the ball at Kawhi at the free throw line. I told him to make sure that he takes the last shot. So win or lose, we're going to go down, having the ball last. Some of the other guys were kind of confused because I think I communicated that to Kawhi, but I didn't communicate it to everybody else. So everybody was waiting for him to do something, and he was just holding the ball patiently and, got to his spot. I wouldn't have expected a left hand, whatever you want to call that, but but he got it done, and I'm happy it went in.
What does this win mean when you guys are fighting for playing spots, top six, all of those things going on?
Yeah, I mean, we can only control what we do from this point on, and so, Golden State is playing well. There's some other teams that have fallen on hard times. Mainly Dallas, who with all the injuries that they have. Minnesota starting to play a little better. So they're going to do what they're going to do. The games that we have a chance to, control our own destiny. We have to win games that we're supposed to win, and and not worry about that. I think that'll take care of itself. Once it gets down to that last week of the season. But just try to hold it down until we can get the other bodies back and healthy, and hopefully head into that situation strong and with a deep roster and rotation.
Coach, with James playing so well, were there any thoughts of possibly going through him on that last shot? And then second question, with Kawhi, how many guys do you see that can struggle through the night, with their shooting, and then last second of the game so calmly go and knock down this game-winning shot?
Yeah, it was tough. I expected that they felt like, the ball was going to go to James and he was going to make the play for us down the end, which he had, like I said, he had been holding us down. Pretty much all night. But it's just, that's a compliment to him in terms of his selflessness. When I did diagram that play for Kawhi at the end, he didn't hang his head or, give me any bad body language. I think he was confident with Kawhi, shooting that shot, from his spot. And so I think that threw them off a little bit as well, because Kawhi didn't have it going. But I thought all the shots that he took were good shots. They just didn't go in. And so I played the odds that, the next one would be going in.
Coach, to your right. Coach, how good was it knowing that the only thing you lost today was 1 hour due to daylight savings time?
And that got me and probably a few of us this morning. But I'm glad that that's the only thing we lost was the hour. Like I said, Sacramento, since their coaching change, seemed and the trade bringing Levine in there, seems like they've been recharged and rejuvenated. We knew it was going to be a tough game, and we wanted to leave out of here tomorrow, with a win in hand, going on the road, and see what we can do out there.
Coach, right here, Coach. In regards to Ivica Zubac, just his presence again today, another double-double for him. Can you just speak on Zubac, just his dominance down low as he's been progressing this whole season?
Yeah, I was with Zoo his first 3 years when he was with the Lakers, and so I've seen his progress, over the years, and I think that he's at a point now where the game is really starting to slow down for him, and his confidence is the highest that I've ever been, and I think the guys around him, their confidence in him is the highest it's ever been, so they feel good when we go inside to him, and that's what we need, the more people that we can have that opposing teams have to scout for and try to prepare for and defend, it's better for us. It creates more spacing. That means it might be a different guy every night. But one thing that I know we can count on with Zoo is that you're going to get a double-double, on every night. You're going to get at least 10 points, and you're going to get at least 10 rebounds, and an efficient shooting percentage when we get the ball down to him in his spots. And so we just have to keep feeding that, keep building his confidence, and keep building the other guys' confidence in him when we go inside to him, and just keep learning to play off of each other when he does have the ball, because that creates other openings for us that we really haven't had in the past.
Brian, back here, do you know if Ty was watching from home, and did he text at halftime or anything?
Yeah, he was talking to a couple of the other coaches. He was watching at home. They FaceTimed him after the game was over, and he looked like he was having a heart attack, feeling the same way that we felt out there, not knowing how it was going to go. But he was happy for us, and we're all wishing that the pain that he's dealing with in his back goes away, and we can get him back ASAP.
And, Coach, in that fourth quarter, Sacramento extended their defense, and it seems like you guys struggled with it, and they threw you guys timing off on offense. What was it that Sacramento was doing that was allowing them to push the lead because they ultimately got up 97-90. You guys ultimately came back, but it seemed like that extension on defense is what took you guys out of your offense and put you guys behind. How are you guys able to combat that?
Yeah, I mean, once James got, when we took James out of the game to start the fourth quarter, our main ball handler was Bogey. Kawhi handled a little bit, but like I said earlier, that's the team's. All the team strategy is to try to wear James out. They know that we're so dependent on him to run our offense, to score, to get everybody else involved. So they extended their defense. Fatigue set in a little bit. But, to our guys' credit, they kept their poise even when we got down 7. Said it was a lot of time left and don't try to get it all back at once. And they made critical plays when we needed to make them. They got critical stops when we needed to make those stops, and it all culminated in a victory.
So we just heard from Coach B. Shaw, who very detailed, compared to Ty Lue, who be looking like he's trying to get up out of there.
Hey, Ty trying to go. Appreciate you, B. Shaw.
Hey, appreciate you, B. Shaw, giving us great answers. And he spoke about Zoo. He talked about, what it took to go from James Harden to say, hey, Kawhi, it's on you. He even said, hey, I only told Kawhi, so everybody was looking at us like, what's going on there? Yeah. And, Kawhi was able to make it happen. But just to talk about just this team showing up. It was such a big game for them. They needed to perform. They needed to win. They win the season series with this victory over the Kings. Just what did you see from this team? Because they went down 97-90. It looked tough in the fourth, but then they found a way to get it to overtime and win.
It means a lot because this team is actually fighting for playoff position. What they're trying to do is climb to that 6th seed, but we got a surging, Golden State Warriors team and another surging team in regards to the Timberwolves, what B. Shaw also talked about as well. So this team has to keep fighting because the thing is, you don't want to be stuck in the play-in tournament.
Not at all.
You gotta go against the Kings or who's at the bottom seed.
You got I can't even think of the team, but they don't matter.
I'm sorry, the Suns.
There we go, Phoenix.
Far away from you. But you don't want to go in the play-in tournament with the Suns or the Kings because that can definitely be a game that can send you home. So the team has to keep fighting. It's not that many games left during the season, but when players are available, they got to play.
Yeah, DeMar, Debo was able to have a big game. Zach LaVine was able to have a big game, but they found the way late to get some stops, which is key. But speaking of star players, of course we got to have the star players of the Clippers who also spoke after the game.
And I had it going down the stretch, and Kawhi had been struggling for most of the night. That might have thrown him off a little bit to give him the ball in that moment there down the stretch. But can you just talk about the level of trust that you have in him, even when he does have an off night, to give him the ball in that situation?
That's a part of it. You know, he's big time. You know, players make big time plays, and you know he's done it throughout his entire career. You know, we struggle. You know, we when the time is needed, you know, he step up and make a big time shot. So, you know, he had a lot of opportunities. You know, we talked about after the game. He had a lot of opportunities where it's basically like layups for him. You know, a mid-range jump shot that he missed. But the confidence don't change. You know what I mean? Because he puts the work in. So, you know, for him to step up and hit a game winner like that, you know, it shows the confidence and the type of player he is.
Okay, what can you say just about that shot making down the stretch? Kawhi, Zach, and DeRozan. What was that kind of shot like?
Some unbelievable, you know, players individually that can, you know, get their shot off and create and do their thing. And you know, we've seen obviously Zach and Debo do it for a long time, and then obviously Kawhi. So just, you know, I feel like the confidence you get to your spots, and everybody has their own spot where they get to their spot. I don't think it's on the defense. I think it's on the player. You know, whether they miss it or make it. So I'm just happy, you know, we got the win tonight.
When did you find out Ty wouldn't be able to coach tonight?
Right before the game.
Is it awkward for you guys to kind of play without him?
I mean, we haven't done it yet. That was our first time. So, you know, I think, you know, our coaches prepared. They all understand what's at stake. You know, tonight wasn't the prettiest, but, you know, we'll take the win. So I think B-Shaw and the coaching staff did an unbelievable job of on the fly stepping up and you know, helping us with the win.
James, despite the struggles that you guys have had maybe on the road, at home court seems to be a big place of confidence for you guys. We establish home court and everything. What is it about home that you guys just play so well and come out there with energy?
I don't know. You know, home is home. You know, we expect to play home well at home. For us, is, you know, taking that same swagger that we got at home and, you know, this 3-game road trip, you know, keeping it up.
James, first off, it was really cool to see you with J. Crow and, you know, at Taj and Elijah's game. But one thing Elijah told me when he was training with you, he was like, man, people don't know how hard this dude works. He was like, I thought we were almost done with the workout. He was like, yo, James was saying this is just the warm-up. So he was just like, but for you, why do you keep that so private in terms of, I know it's a part of the culture, keeping your work private, but for kids to see that and letting them see it too, like.
Just because, I feel like everybody is so public with whatever they do. Like, there really is no privacy, you know, in the world, you know, for me. And I think a lot of people don't understand, they don't know who me and who I am really and what I do and the work that I put in. And, just for me, being able to last this long and still be productive at this level, at this age, something has to be, the work has to be getting put in, you know what I mean? And they can have to say stories and make up things, you know, outside and whatever, but like eventually, or hopefully when I'm done, people really understand the true work that I put in and what I've done for this game. So, but for me, it's like, just do it and don't really, you know. And if I get in contact with you, which, you know, Elijah was able to work out with me, then you'll see it and you'll be a part of it. But yeah, man, I just love it. I love the work. I love, you know, and once you put the work in, like, it was times where I come in at night and shoot and feel confident, and I go put up 40 this year, and there's times where I could put the work in, I feel good, and I come in and had 12 points. Like, but the work don't stop. You know what I mean? You don't change. You still have to continue to build that confidence on a day-to-day basis, because that makes the special player that I am today. So, you know, don't stop.
James, how are you kind of watching? How is the chemistry developing with you, Bogey? Obviously, Bogey's been thrown into different roles, but Kawhi's, you know, getting to himself now. Like, how are you seeing everyone kind of develop that chemistry?
It's forming when it needs to form, and, you know, hopefully in the near future we get Norm back, and we get Ben back, and we get a full roster, making a playoff push and you know, trying to, you know, do something special with this team. But we haven't had that yet this year. You know what I mean? So I think that's the most exciting part, that, you know, Kawhi's, you know, fully healthy. He played 40 minutes tonight. You know, and our team is we have a lot of depth and a lot of guys that can, you know, play multiple positions and do a lot of different things on both ends of the ball. So I think that's the exciting part, is getting the full roster healthy. But, you know, until then, we still got to keep pushing away. I think I said we got 19 games left, and every game is crucial for real. Like, you look at the standings, and it's, you know, flip-flop. So.
But given that
just trying to run down the clock, get the last shot. B. Shaw wanted me to shoot the last shot with the time expiring, and that's what was going through my process, trying to get the court organized, and was able to do that.
Was the left hand all that was left for you at that moment? That's where the defense cleared out for you?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much read the defense, got to a spot on the floor, and was able to get a shot off.
So you've been saying slow as for a moment now. Like, what do you mean by that? And
I have not said that. You have not heard me say that.
I've seen somebody under Kawhi's name posting that. What would that mean if you were about that slow as pro?
This can mean a lot of different things. It's a process. It can mean whatever journey you're in. You're not gonna get it in a day. It takes time. And don't be in a rush, in a sense. So it's for you to pretty much explain it for yourself or interpret it for yourself. But yeah, you could use it in a lot of different ways.
You give a little fist punch after the ball went through the net. Kind of in that moment, what's kind of just going through your mind?
Just grateful we got the win, happy the ball went in, and yeah, that's it really.
Is a moment like that maybe a little more satisfying given, you know, the last year and everything you've kind of gone through?
No, I'm not thinking about that. Just one game. My goal is to be healthy at the end of the season so I can have a good summer and not worry about doing the whole rehab process again or missing a training camp. But, yeah.
You see your teammates react that way. What does that mean to you and to them, you think?
It's great. You know, we need these wins down this stretch. I think this will help us be a better team moving forward. So, you know, us getting that win, everybody was excited, and I know we needed it.
What was it like having a moment like that with the crowd, just knowing that they've been behind you guys all season long to give them an overtime victory like that, particularly on a game winner? Just what was it like to have them behind you in that way?
It was great. They've been good all year. They're starting to trickle in even more. It's been real loud in here. I appreciate them coming and supporting us through the ups and downs, and you know, hopefully we could make a playoff push for them.
Well, what is that?
I just, you know, just like the detail of the last shot for me. Like you just said, not being in a rush, but you get to the elbow, check the shot clock, see where the shot clock's at. Then you get on 2 feet, have your balance, then get to the left floater. What can you say to kids in terms of that? Making sure you get to your spot, check your surroundings before you get to your move and finish games.
Just be patient. Even if it's 5 seconds on the clock, 3 seconds, you still got a lot of time to get a shot off. You don't got to catch and shoot it right away. And yeah, just trust your work. You know, whoever comes to my pregame workouts, y'all see me get into that left hook into those spots, and you know, it worked out for me tonight.
Well, you look at kind of the chess match down the stretch with you, James scoring, then having Zach and DeMar going back and forth. Like James said, it felt more like guys just making shots and maybe not getting stops. Like, what did that feel like, that back and forth you guys had?
It was I didn't enjoy it. I loved us scoring the basketball, but you know, those are great players. DeMar getting to his spots, just rising up over us and knocking down this. You know, his famous two-pointer pull-up, and Zach getting to the paint, hitting a big three. They did a great job, and James pretty much helped us win this game down the stretch, being who he is, and DJJ making 2 threes, our big threes down the stretch, Zoo being good and knocking free throws. So they propelled us tonight.
We're back. We just heard from a couple players happy about this big-time win, ready to go on to the road next week with 3 games. And it's going to be big because, like you said, every game matters for the Clippers here on out, so they have to try to find a way. But, hey, it's not just us today. We got a special guest. You guys know who it is, Jovan Roberts. Let's tap in with her, Beav, as she give us tonight's player of the game.
Hey everybody, it's Jovan Roberts here, giving you guys tonight's player of the game. It would be James Harden, although he did drop 29 points, but I gotta give it to Kawhi Leonard. He shot the game-winning shot tonight, waiting until the one. Hey everybody, it's Jovan Roberts, giving you guys tonight's player of the game. It would be James Harden, and he did drop 29 points, but I gotta give it to Kawhi Leonard. He hit the game-winning shot in overtime at the last second with so much patience. The wall, all of Intuit Dome was electric. So much excitement and anticipation to see if Kawhi would hit the shot, and he made the clutch shot tonight. The Clippers and the Kings went back and forth the whole night, tied for the most part, but with Kawhi Leonard's shot, he made sure that he took Hey everybody, it's Jovan Roberts here, giving you guys tonight's player of the game. And it would be James Harden because he did drop 29 points, but I gotta give it to Kawhi Leonard. Hit the game-winning shot with 1 second on the clock in overtime. Intuit Dome, the wall was so excited and electric with so much excitement and anticipation to see what Kawhi was gonna do, and he made the shot and it made it count. The Clippers and the Kings went back and forth for a lot of the game tonight. It was tied. They pushed it to overtime. But with Kawhi Leonard's clutch shot, he made sure that we got the essential dub tonight. That's it from me. I'll pass it back to you guys, Mike Helen VU.
So we're back. We just heard from Jovan. Great choice. I thought she was going to go with James Harden there, B, but it got to be Kawhi. The man won the game with that big-time shots. B, any final words before we get out of here?
The only final words I got to say is Clippers. Stay persevering.
Yeah.
Stay fighting as you go on this road. We won't see y'all.
Yeah.
But we'll see y'all.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. Hopefully they take care of business because every game matters here on out. Mike LB, Full Clip Clippers Unleashed. Clippers win 110-111. They pick up the victory over Sacramento. We see you guys next Sunday when the Clippers return here to the Intuit Dome.
Let's go.